salad you were saying?
This was born from a weekend of me trying to eat healthy. And actually doing well, but going through my salad stuff.
I'm going to the bathroom.
That's our production assistant. We got to know what's happening around us all the time.
This is a real joke.
This is real life. real life. We're real dads. We just hanging out, but yeah, you got it.
So if you're a parent, your kids are everything. You're not going to tell them no, so they just become a part of the program.
They're gonna be part of the show. So
his or mine.
Bloopers, all of them. It's all part of the experience.
So, as mentioned, I was trying to go through the weekend eating healthy. I had got my romaine lettuce and my cherry tomatoes, and I was making salads. But I was eating salads all day long, and all I had left were wings and my salad making supplies. So, as mentioned, I didn't really want to make my red sauce that I usually do my wings with, so I used the Kinder's Buttery Buffalo. So that went into the bowl.
Okay.
Because I love Cobb salads. Of course, I had to get the real bacon bits. These are the ones that are like pretty tender, pretty soft. They're not dried and hard. They're a store brand, but you get bacon bits from there.
You'll find we use bacon on a lot of things.
Yes.
It's its own basic food group. We love bacon all the time. So
there's a protein food group and there's a bacon food group.
Bacon is its own thing. So you'll see a lot of that.
Right. So of course I had my blue cheese, fresh blue cheese, which kind of just crumbles on its own, but got it in there enough that we can break that up, put it in, and what's going to end up happening
We're going to be eating this, so we can
use our hands.
Use our hands.
But also, when we go to mix it, it's going to pretty much macerate all the blue cheese. And what you want is, with a Cobb salad, they put the egg in there, so you get that rich, creamy egg yolk. The egg in this, or the creaminess that you would get from the egg in this, is going to come from the butteriness of that buffalo mix.
Yep.
And then also from this cheese as we macerate it.
Nice.
And mix it. So we get that in there, get it all integrated.
You blend it so it's smooth. You keep it so it's still kind of got some of the lumps to it.
We keep
How
it
do
chunky.
You like it? Keep it chunky?
Keep it chunky, because what's going to end up happening is now when we take those wings fresh out of the cook, it's going to melt all that cheese and it's going to bring everything together.
So it's a little bit like whenever you're dipping your wings in already, and you just get that dip of the blue cheese in there, and you're saving a step.
Exactly.
You're putting it all right in there, which makes sense.
Now you can, and now going to like my favorite dressing to use is specifically Kin's Ranch.
Okay.
I used to be a big buffalo cheese dipping person, but as I've gotten older, there's something about that Kin's restaurant style ranch.
Okay.
Especially with the blue cheese, it gives you all the flavors that you want, and that would essentially complete your Cobb salad.
But so you're putting both the blue cheese and the ranch together, or
so the ranch would be a separate dipping sauce.
So the ranch is dipping, but the blue cheese is already incorporated into the wing.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
See that blue cheese, because the blue cheese is typically on a Cobb salad. Then you'd have extras like corn, red onion, and things like that would accompany it. But for the wing and for simplicity's sake, we're doing the bacon bits. We're doing the cheese. The cheese is going to give you the creaminess of what you would normally get from the egg yolk that's in a Cobb. And then your ranch would be your dressing on top of a Cobb. Your ranch would be your dipping sauce in this case.
And so I'm gonna jump to we'll jump to the wings next, but I also just say so the next sauce. So one of the sauces we'll be tasting today is actually it has the base of the black barrel. So you're getting that, all those tasting notes in there. You're getting the
you
pepper.
Want to sip?
Yeah, we could leave this one here. So, yeah. And then you're gonna have that. Also then the cayenne pepper, the butter, and everything that's going to be similar to almost the buffalo. So we're going to have two kind of spectrums on the buffalo side, which is going to be pretty cool. And then we're going to do my signature sauce, moss sauce, but we're going to make it special today. Today's not just going to be regular as we're starting off. We're actually going to...
don't just zoom by the moss sauce. We got to promote the
moss sauce. So the moss sauce, boom, boom, boom. So this is, I call this my childhood in a bottle, right? So this is the called the everything sauce, right?
The cure-all.
It's for everything, right? You can put it on everything. You can put any type of protein. You can try it on shrimp, fish, steak, chicken, everything, right? So but I say it's very close to like being a bit of a barbecue base, right? But then I say like when it's my child,
This can't see.
that's all right. So then what it is, I say it's like it has segments of moments of my childhood. I kind of infuse that flavor in there. So it's like when growing up, I don't know where you grew up, but like when you grew up, like you had playing sports. We had ham barbecue sandwiches, right?
Yes.
So it's like a shaved chip ham with the barbecue sauce in the crock pot, right? That's one flavor that you're gonna have in here.
Okay.
You're gonna have growing up in church. You have like the potlucks where you had the meatballs and the crock pots and the stuff like that. So boom. So this is I want you to have. It's gonna spark the nostalgia, right?
Yes.
So then the last two parts is then you're gonna be from lunchroom, right? Sloppy Joes, right? You know what I mean? Sloppy
You're gonna get
Joes.
that sweet and savory.
Yeah, we all wanted that manwich, right? So that was from our childhood, right? And then the last one would be when growing up. Whenever I go to visit my dad, one of the things we always would order was the ribs from the Chinese store.
I thought you were gonna say the big rib from McDonald's.
No, definitely not. So that's not it. But it's just ribs from the Chinese store. So you're gonna get that essence. There's some of those flavors. So as it's very simple but complex at the same, because it's really like it's like a mashup of all my favorite flavors all together. And what I'm having fun with it is it becomes a great basis because it has a lot of flavors too, but then it mixes well with stuff too. So I'm just adding stuff to it. So now we're gonna feature, because this has been my new thing. I've been like, everybody, since it's more of a barbecue sauce, everybody's like, oh, but you need to add some heat. So what I've been actually doing is experimenting with some different hot honeys.
Okay.
So today, since we're doing wings, it's gonna take like hot honey, moss sauce, elevated, right? And I got a new.
So this isn't just regular hot honey.
This isn't hot honey. This isn't regular hot honey. This is the official Hive House truffle hot honey. So this with my sauce is the base. We're gonna mix it all together. Just have some fun. We got the ingredients that we can throw with it. You know what I mean? Throw a little cheese on top, whatever. We're gonna experiment with this, but that's the base of the sauce. That's what we're gonna have some fun with. So you
we got this Hive hot honey truffle with the moss sauce.
Yes.
Going on the pre-washed wings. Okay.
The
pre-washed wings.
They washed. No soap, but we washed them. They clean. Right.
I'm excited for this. I'm extremely excited because you got to be a real funky person to love some truffles. And just the savory, the sweet, and then the spice, I think, is the perfect trifecta of flavors. Sure. This is going to be great. This is going to be awesome. So now, I know some people will cook their wings plain and don't season them, but we season our food here.
We season food.
In this house,
when you're under our roof, we season our food. So
salt and pepper is not seasoning.
No. So what we're gonna do is let me grab a glove. This because I'll just hand mix this. But if you wanna, I got some basic stuff, and if you want to talk through a little bit of what you got.
Yep, absolutely. So these are your basics. These are your standards. This is at least where you should start. Thank you, baby. Little bit of onion powder, that goes without saying. Of course, our sazon. All right,
we got our season all. Like this is one of the things.
Like our sazon of sauces. This is our sazon of seasoning, literally. Right there. Garlic.
Do you need one?
Of course. We need black pepper just to continue and compound that heat. We have our.
Do you need another
Let's just add a little bit of smoke.
A little bit of smoke. This is a barbecue seasoning. This is just to kind of layer that flavor. Once again, we're elevating. We want to make sure that it's all an experience. And EVOO, that's going to be our binder. That's what's going to get everything to stick on those wings. That's what's going to give it an extra depth of umami type flavor. You're going to have that olive on the background of your tongue. And this is how you should start it off. You got to season your protein, even your vegetables. It needs to be seasoned to give it nice depth of flavor.
Now we don't measure. You know, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We let the ancestors guide our hands. That's one of my favorite meals.
Listen, if I go to a friend's house that I've never been to before, or we'll call it an acquaintance. If I'm at an acquaintance or coworker's house and they're cooking, I watch how they cook. Because if they're sitting there with measuring cups and measuring spoons and different things like that, unless you're baking a cake, I don't know. I question it a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, we're getting close to the holidays, so you know you over there.
Listen, and I'm not
people.
the perfect cook. I got roasted last Thanksgiving for making smoked turkey wings. I had never made smoked turkey wings before, but I have an idea of what they should taste like, and I cook by seasoning. And when Grandma came over to the house, she was like, "Nah, son, that's not how you do it.
That ain't it."
That ain't how you do it." My fault, because I didn't watch it being done. I did it from where I thought it should be done. But that's the difference between having all the seasonings you need versus how to season. And for us, we cook by smell and by taste. And if you're not watching the grandparents, if you're not watching the aunties do it, you're missing out. You're gonna miss the whole flavor profile.
And that's actually, and that's part of the season too, right? If you're having holidays, you having get-togethers, we kind of grown up like that. Like we just picked up and started just watching people cook and watch how they do it, right? So now, once you get all your seasonings in here, you've got the oil that is going to help it bind. There's still a little moisture in here anyway, so now you can get the wings fully coated and seasoned throughout on all the levels. You know, we did some full wings because we know everybody. We didn't want to start off with the drums and flats discussion right off the bat. So you got the full wing going on here, and you know everything's fully seasoned. I'm gonna throw a little bit more. He's still looking a little bit light, so I'm just gonna try to get a nice rub on them so that way. It's all about what makes the wings that everybody likes are the layers of flavor, right? Absolutely. So you want this to cook through. You want to taste each bite. You don't want to just have a dry wing and then with caked on with a bunch of sauce. You want that. You want to have all the way down to the bone, lots of flavor.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you can marinate these. I mean, we're just gonna cook these straight up, but you can leave these in this for overnight. Add put some beer in there, put some wine in there, something that'll just be, that's just a marinate, tenderize how you do all your chicken, or you could just brine them. That way if you're gonna cook them like long and slow, that way they'll stay moisturized because they're small pieces.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Take all these little tips and tricks, because that's all they are, just little tips and tricks. Incorporate them into how you cook, and it will make all the difference in the world. This is what we call cooking with love. When you take the extra time to make sure that the seasoning is evenly dispersed, when you take the time to make sure that you have the meat in a holding situation to where it can all marinate and melt together, that's going to make all the difference in the world for your final product.
All right, perfect. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna get this stuff all cooking, and then we'll come back, and then we'll start saucing them up. That sounds like a plan.
So as you will see, wings are fresh out of the cook. Nice crispy finish on them. No undercooked chicken in this house.
Not at all, not at all.
We have our buffalo cobb sauce. As a reminder, this has the bacon bits in it. It has a freshly grated blue cheese. It's got a buffalo and butter base. Very similar to like a Frank's and butter. Very vinegar present, vinegar forward, and cayenne pepper. So we're tossing these wings into the sauce. The sauce has been mixed and macerated just to make sure that we have a nice melding of all the flavors in there. And we're just gonna give them a toss in here.
Get this ready for the finish.
Now, you do want this to be a chunky sauce, and the whole point is that you're getting a bite of all those traditional cob flavors on each wing. You want the blue cheese, you want the bacon bit. We don't have the ranch sauce as a dipping sauce because we're just going in just for the kill on the wing. But you'll see once these come out of the dressing that they're going to be nice, fully coated, full of flavor, and ready for that first bite. So yeah, these are pretty much, these have been tossed, these are done. So we're going to have you assist me on the plate. And these are super juicy, full of flavor.
There we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that. See all the chunks? See all that? That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. For everybody else over here, make sure everybody gets a good shot. There we go.
This is one of those things where you're like, I wish I had the smell-o-vision, you know? The
Right.
taste-o-vision, the smell-o-vision. As a recap, this is a rum-free sauce. This is the sauce that we call the buffalo cobb sauce. The next sauce that we are going to be presenting is going to be infused with the Mount Gay and with the hot honey. So we're going to set these to the side for now. We're going to show you how that sauce gets mixed up. Once he's done with that sauce, we're going to try these wings. We're going to bring the other wings. We're going to do them side by side and see what we think.
See how they all come out. That sounds like a great plan to me. I'm looking forward to all of that.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. All right, so now we're back. Got the seasoned wings are finished. We're ready to sauce them up, right? So we're gonna start off with the first one, right? So this is gonna be our Black Barrel hot sauce, which has the feature in the Mount Gay Rum Black Barrel with our pepper sauce.
Can I start, you guys?
It's already started.
And we got our hot honey, truffle hot honey.
All right, so this one again, this is going to be very similar to the your traditional buffalo wing. So I'm gonna get this nice coated in here. All right, smell that.
Oh.
All right. Nice. This will get this all around. All right. Oof. Yes, 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 yes.
Now we have two different types of wings here. What would be your preference when it comes to wing? Do you like it full wing style? Do you like your wings separated?
I prefer the full wings. I feel like it's just more of like a whole kind of, you know, you don't have to go through the, you know, everyone's got the battle of who's the drums and flats. I think that's just, you know,
You get your wing.
you get your whole wing, you're gonna do it, you know, you actually got an actual piece of chicken versus like little nuggets, you know. So then this is a nice coating glaze on there.
How about the wing tips? Do you eat the wing tips?
Yeah.
I like the
I feel
wing
like
tips.
too. I feel like there's like little nuggets of flavor there.
Yeah, they were underappreciated in
they-
formative years. Right?
I feel like they always are like the most charred, and you get like all the seasoning gets nice and crispy on there. So I'm just putting this on the final plate right here. And we'll have our whole platter of wings, and then we'll probably go ready to go watch a game or something, right?
Absolutely.
Alright, so that's that. Boom. Alright, so that's that one. Now, we're gonna go, so we got a little bit of two different iterations that are kind of the buffalo-ish realm. And then now, we're gonna get a little bit more of something that's a little bit barbecue. It's like, this is like our super fusion. Like, this is like Voltron.
Yeah.
I think that we're putting the flavors together here, right? So we got some that's gonna be the moss sauce again, which is gonna be like the barbecue. So that's at the base here.
This is our all-around sauce. The sauce is pretty much good on everything.
Yes.
You put that on everything.
Everything. Now, we're gonna add, now we got the hot honey. Obviously got the sweetness to it with the heat, right? But there's a secret ingredient of the truffle. So that's gonna add the extra level of umami. I'm not gonna get too crazy because we're gonna try this out.
We don't want to overpower the moss sauce.
Yeah. And we wanna make sure that
we don't measure. We just by smell, by taste.
Yes. So this is like, oh man.
And you get it already. It's super pungent, but in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Savory.
You know, like I feel like you got a little bit of the truffle, you know, you want the truffle wings, they usually have like some Parmesan cheese and some sort of things, but this is gonna add a little sweetness and heat and that deep rich flavor, which is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm gonna get,
Like you mentioned, you got that char on those edges. It's almost going to be caramelized when that honey hits that edge, and you're going to get that crunch with it as well.
yeah. Yeah, these is definitely, yeah, get your close-ups, right? Yeah, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah, that's a hammer, don't hurt them. That's a
Oh yeah. Trying to make sure you get every inch of this thing is covered now. Okay. Now we've got enough. I think we are.
So just to recap, guys, we have our buffalo cob. We've got our traditional buffalo that's infused with the Mount Gay. And then we have our moss sauce. We'll call it remix with the hot honey and truffle. This trifecta wings will be a party smash, will be a game day smash, will be a day at
Tailgate,
home tailgate
anything.
smash, anything. It's a winning combination if you like multiple sauces on your wings, but you don't want to fray too far away from your typical like buffalo base, and you really can't lose with any of these.
So there you go. Here's the finished product. Boom.
To perfection.
That's not too bad. I've hit all the cameras.
Nice. No.
Okay.
So is it, remind the people what we got.
All right. So we've got the. Oh, I gotta do it backwards because I was doing it this way, right? Nope. This is the way we had it. Yep. So we had the Mount Gay rum infused buffalo wing.
Mm-hmm.
You had the cob.
Yep.
Buffalo cob, and then we had the moss sauce and the hot honey, the truffle hot honey.
Truffle hot honey infusion.
Glaze. So
where are we starting?
yeah, let's
go
go from order. So
right. How do you read? Left, right?
left to right. Left
There
to
we
right.
go.
Left to right. Left to
So I'm
right.
just gonna jump in there at the top.
We get your reaction here first.
Get that low. I'm a flat guy. Reaction videos are like such a difficult thing to do because you don't want to overdo it.
Right. And I'm a drums guy, so let me see how this goes.
These are vinegary, perfect amount of salt. They're super
Oh.
balanced.
Oh yeah.
It's got that pop of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Want to try some?
This is just a super balanced wing. The flavor sticks to them. Like you said, or like we said earlier, we make sure that we season our wings so the flavor
Yeah,
I
actually.
think this is
in the
not
meat.
like filming.
Okay.
No, I got it.
This finger looking good, boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm.
Don't want to overdo it. Great wing.
Yeah.
Solid
Definitely
wing.
solid wing.
I wish y'all could be here.
But
To try to be happy we don't have the little mics on the neck because all you hear is.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And we're also trying to keep it real.
Yes, sir. Now let's try. I'm gonna taste it now. After that, with the sip of this.
Ooh.
Now no, that's the thing too. Now you're gonna get some of the complexity with the citrus, the two rums, and then now the heat from the sauce on it on top of you as well.
That citrus helps to cut the heat.
Helps that calm down a little bit and everything like that. So all of that taste really works well.
Solid.
All right, which one you want to go to next?
Right in the middle. That could be the story.
Okay.
Ding.
Jump in there, my friend.
All right,
Got top chef, top wing.
let's try this. Oh boy.
Excuse me.
So,
Mama was looking.
Please. Okay.
so this one,
Mm.
we getting in there and got that buffalo blue.
Yeah.
That smokiness is the first thing that pops out on that way.
But the depth of the blue cheese though
Is
jumps right through.
and this isn't like a bitter. I know blue cheese sometimes can be a little bitter. Sometimes it'll be an acquired taste. I think in this case, it's giving you the creaminess. It's giving you the smokiness, and it's just absolutely just binding all the flavors together.
I mean, it's my go-to pairing. Like I'm not really a big ranch person, but blue cheese and buffalo wings all day. Ooh. All right, now you're gonna start seeing. Good thing we don't have crazy studio lights because my head is gonna start glistening.
Wow. Any Jamaicans in the audience, I don't need the gristle, sorry. Sometimes I do. But we on camera, I'm trying to look a little civilized.
So, alright, so if we on hot ones, I'm out after the second one or so. So like, I'm gonna let y'all know now. Now the first one was nice, was the basic, nice and light. The second one, whew, I'm glad we're going back down to barbecue. I was like, we stopped it right there, so I'm okay at this moment. Alright.
Perfect.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
It's on top. Oh, you can tell the weight on this is like a heavyweight title.
Oh man, the smell just hits you.
It's like the George Foreman right here.
Yeah, buddy. Oh boy.
Mm. Sharp.
Oh, wow.
That is like,
Oh. Okay. That's like what I thought it was gonna be, but not. Because it's like, there's a lot going on.
it's sauce forward sweetness, and then the complexity of that truffle.
Mm-hmm.
That's just all around.
It's like it keeps going. Like you getting.
Mm-hmm. Guys, when you're making your wings, you can't be afraid to experiment. Both with your seasonings, with your sauces. There's so many great flavor combinations, flavor profiles that you can get
Mm-hmm.
just out of a simple protein like a chicken, a steak, or anything else. The same way that you can sauce a pasta is the same way that you can sauce a wing. And you just have to be out there, be daring, and be colorful with your choices. And you end up with something like this, which is super complex, but very easy to do. And forget about it.
Mm. This is crazy.
Yeah. I think all of our wing options with this one.
This is like, you ever when you order wings
Mm-hmm.
and you just can't make up your mind?
And
It's just, I wish they had everything in one place.
mm-hmm.
That's pretty what you got.
This is definitely.
Because you basically, the hot honey parallels a lot with like either like whenever you got the Thai chili or the sriracha wings, right, which is on most menus and places. You got your barbecue sauce, which is on most menus, and now also you got like usually it's like a Parmesan truffle or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
and oh my goodness, like this is like okay, I can't make up my mind. We got plenty of indecisive people that can't make up the decision when they're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think these three sauces sit in between a place where if you had a short menu, you can kind of hit everyone's taste buds, but also do it different.
Mm-hmm.
This is very complex, adjacent to just a barbecue wing, just a buffalo wing, garlic parmesan, something like that. You're kind of getting all three of your favorites, but just completely remixed and different.
Like I kind of feel like I'd almost want to take this now and pair it with some wine,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's just you want like, and I feel like we went in the right order,
Absolutely.
right? Because we really went from, this is like very light, nothing heavy, and then this is rich, deep. Like, this is a big, bold red.
Yeah.
Like you'd want to pair that with that, all that complexity. I'd just be like, so all my sommelier friends out there, we need to talk. We need to talk. So holla at your boy.
That's a fact. And with this series, we're not really limiting ourselves to just something basic like a wing. We're gonna kind of get into the nitty gritty of food. We're gonna do your standard fare, but we're also gonna come out the box with it, with your rums, and the rums that we're gonna be presenting to you. We're gonna be coming out the box with it, and we're gonna be hitting cigars because we always like to have our cigars. We're gonna be hitting restaurants. We're gonna be traveling, and we're also gonna be home based. So we're trying to offer you basically what we do on a regular basis anyway, on any given weekend or any given day.
That's how we roll.
Consolidated into these episodes that we present to you. So once again, salud.
Cheers, brother. Well, I'm already halfway through this joint. Look,
Yep.
I told y'all. Next time we having spicy stuff, I gotta remember I gotta bring a towel because I'm hot.
And we gotta rate the wings. Well, not to rate the wings, but we gotta rate the rums. And we're trying to figure out.
I don't even know how, but we gotta figure out. We gotta figure out our grading system, right? So
we gotta figure out. Are we gonna do like a 1 to 5, a 1 to 10?
we talked about this, and I think maybe we'll put a poll out there. Maybe we'll see as we get some interaction. Maybe we do it as like we all grew up with the Source magazine as our inspiration and our rating system. So the whole like a 5 mic system. So what do you think? We could maybe do something like that.
We all have hip hop in common.
Of course.
So we tossed around the idea of like maybe a wing, 5 wings.
Yeah.
And we also tossed around the idea of because rums are sugarcane based, Daddy Kings.
Yeah, so sugar cane. So we're gonna do
so-
sugar cane. So maybe since we're rating the rums, I think we'll go with the sugar canes,
Right.
and we'll be rating all the rums that we're featuring and that we're trying, and see where they hit.
So I just off the rip because this rum was such a delicious treat. This is a standard. I would say, it's a really great rum. I would have to start out with like a 4.5 sugar canes.
I'd agree. I'd agree with that. That's this one. This brought me back.
Yeah.
Right? And I said like one of the reasons we wanted to explore the rums and we wanted to talk about them was primarily because one of the reasons we got together and wanted to do this was we grew up, and as we developed and got older, we were like, you know what? We were drinking bourbon, scotch, whiskeys, all of those sort of things. And rum was one of like those things that we got reintroduced to as we got older, and found out that there's so much more to it than what we've always experienced, right? There's some, coconut-based things and tropical-based things and pirate-based things, but not the depth of the quality of the spirit that these distillers are actually producing in the Caribbean.
Absolutely.
That definitely stands head-to-head with any bourbon, scotch, or whiskey.
Absolutely.
So I know that was the purpose for this actual label, was to bring people to that, and it brought me to it. So it kind of inspired, that's why I wanted to start with it, because that was kind of like part of my origin story. Plus, my name is Ron, right? That's Don. I'm Ron, right? Don Ron. Get it now? And rum is rum in Spanish. So that's where it all kind of comes together for me. So I'm gonna go. So we'll agree on that. We'll agree on that right there. 4.5.
Leblon, classic summertime drink. If you're Brazilian, there's a whole entire country, a continent-sized country
Of
of this brand and of this type of spirit. This is not something you would necessarily drink neat.
Nope.
So I wouldn't say that you couldn't, but you don't really drink it neat. But as a beverage, standing on its own, I would give Kasasha somewhere around 3 to 3.5. But the caipirinha, as a beverage, it's up there with the mojito and your margaritas and all of your classics. So I would still have to give this 4 or 5 as a complete cocktail drink. I would give it a 3.5 as a standalone spirit.
Okay, I'm with that. I'd probably be because I like Kasasa more for the cocktail, right? Like it's more like that as its own. It's like it probably giving it room for where it's going to hit on the scale, right? Because we got some heavy hitters that we got to figure this out too. So I'm going to put it at just probably that middle of the road at that 3, right? Then that way, that's where a lot of stuff I think will fall. And then it will, seeing that it needs to be a part of a cocktail to really kind of push it, I'm gonna go with the 3.
And just like with most things, there are levels to the Kasasha.
Yes.
There are ones that are ultra premium that you can drink absolutely by itself. And this is a bottle that you can get, I think it's like $18, under $7.50. You really can't go wrong with it.
Yep. And a lot of it has to do with availability, right? So like a lot of it is like you will find it, and even one of the things we always like to do, because we would travel, and then when we would come back, we would be like, yo, I just went to this country here. I brought you yours. I brought you a bottle of something that I wanted to try or enjoyed while I was there. You know, so this is like, part of this is a journey for us is because we want to go to these places and explore further than we've already have in some instances and see what else there is, you know, that's awesome. So like when we start off with some of these that are like the national, you know, you've got Barbados flag on here. This is the national spirit of the country. You know, those are some of the signatures. But then we're gonna dig deep, and we're open to if you got any suggestions.
Yeah,
you know, feel free to let us know.
Yeah, all about the contrast, just with the light and the dark. Price wise, high to low. We're here to offer you that. So once again, thank you for joining us.
I'm about to repurpose this. We don't waste anything here.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing goes wasted here. And once again, join us on this journey.
Yeah.
And this is Don.
I'm Ron.
This is
the
the
Don Ron Show. Like, subscribe, and
make sure you guys leave those comments.
Hit those comments up.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Come on, get yours in now. Tell them what to do. Tell everybody what to do. Like,
and
comment. Okay. Like,
and
subscribe.
subscribe our channel.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Peace and love, y'all.
One.
Now we sauce it up.